Okay, today on Project Renegade Episode 2, we got a couple things planned since we're still waiting for the big exciting packages to get here, but we've got a few little things we're going to do. We are going to replace the lift supports or struts, whichever you want to call them, for the hood and the rear glass, and we are also going to remove stickers. First thing we're going to need to get rid of the stickers is a heat gun. Just a plain old heat gun that I got from Harbor Freight. So we're going to need that. And then over here, this drawer says Think Safety because it's full of all of the stuff with razor blades and everything that can cut you. This is a tool that we're going to use. It's a long-handled scraper. Also got it at Harbor Freight. Just really cheap. I know you can, this camera here can see that camera over there, but oh well, I'm just trying to give you guys multiple views. It's been a long time since I've done this, and these stickers have been on here for a very, very long time, so they're baked on pretty good. So we're going to start on low, and then we're going to give it a shot. Let's just start here. Okay, that seems to be leaving the residue. Well, let's keep trying and see what happens. You want to be really careful of the angle that you're going at, because otherwise you'll dig into the paint. Okay, as you can see, there's still some stuff there left, so we're going to try to get the rest of it off there. The razors work really good when it's flat, but as you can see, it's rounded, so you have a chance of digging in. Anyway, let's give this a shot. We'll start here, see what happens. There we go. And normally you can leave these little clumps here till they cool, and then they'll pull. Then you can pull them off. I have to go back to the metal. Just try not to gouge the paint, I guess. I've never claimed to be a professional at this, so if I'm doing it wrong, well, that's why I'm doing it wrong, because I'm not a professional. There are a couple stickers that are going to stay. The Ruger sticker, the Beretta sticker, and then the Ruger stickers on the side. As far as I know, everything else is going to go. Come off a glass so much easier. Just like that. And there we go. All but the Ruger and the Beretta. Everything else is gone. Another Ruger there, but all of the stickers are gone. The back window has never been so clean. Here's a free tip for you, or not necessarily a tip, something I like to do. Every once in a while when you're working with razor blades, you'll break one and then you need to get rid of it. I don't like just throwing these things away because, I mean, you know, they're razor blades, they're sharp. Somebody could get cut on them. So I like to take a pair of vice grips. Let's get them a little tighter than that. Turn on my grinder. And then you just kind of make them useless to where they're not really sharp anymore. Or I used to, it's going to be hot. Yeah, that's not too bad. Or what I used to do is I would actually take them, and if they were still sharp, I would just wrap them in a bunch of tape. You get what I'm saying? Just think before you go throwing like razor blades and stuff away, because you never know, if you got kids or something, they go dig it in the trash for something, or pets, and they go get into your trash can. That could be pretty bad. Our next part of the project involves this here. As you see, it just pops. It doesn't actually open anymore. You have to physically open it up all the way. I mean, these are the original struts that were on here. Pretty rusted up. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to replace those. We're going to start with this one here. Hopefully you can see. I tried to put some light on it. I got another camera there. Trying to give you a different view. We're going to need a screwdriver. The first thing you want to do with the most of these is, you see this little, it's hard to show you while holding the camera, these little indents here. You want to get them popped out just a little bit. Pop back in. Then you should be able to pull them forward, but these ones are pretty rusty. So it looks like we'll just pop them off there like that. So what happens is they get a lot of rust built up inside here, and then they don't want to come off. Here's a little safety tip that I guess I could have showed you. This is more important with the hood than with this, just because these aren't that heavy. Take a pair of vice grips. All this is really hard to do with one hand. And snap onto there. So that way when you pull this one off, this is kind of locked so it can't fall down on your head. I've got another tool here that we will try to use to work this one off. There we go. See how that tried to fall? But I got the vice grips over there. Then let's take the screwdriver, and it should be the same on this side. I know the light is probably pretty bright in this camera here, so you probably can't see anything in that one. So we'll just go by this one. Okay, same thing. It's just going to be a little harder to get to. Trying to hold you to where you can see what I'm doing. Go. And like I said, these are the old ones, so I'm not too concerned about how they come off. See that? Seem to be slightly different, but I guess we can give them a shot and see what happens. We'll take a second here to show you on a new one how these are supposed to work. I'm not sure if you can see in here the little kind of like clamping jaws. Well, if you come in here and you pull this up and push forward just a little bit, now it's completely open. And then what you have to do is just slide them back, and then it's clipped back in. Those old ones were rusted and wouldn't do it, so that's why they went flying. We'll get back over here and put this one on. I am actually going to take a small amount of grease. Just a touch. Just a little touch. And put onto this socket here so it'll operate a little smoother. Just a little tiny bit. And then I'm going to grab a piece of sandpaper and sand all the rust off of that, and then put a little grease on that as well. Sanded that one down. This one, and put some grease on this one. So we're going to slide it on there. Try to pull the clip back. Let me see if I can just let this set down there for now. Okay, and grab my screwdriver. Trying to make sure you guys can see what's going on here. And that should be snapped. That it's on there, but I'm thinking there's something off with the fitment here that's slightly different from the factory, because that's got a little more slop in it than I'd like, and that's fully locked in. There we go. That one's all sanded and got a little bit of grease on it. Alright, we're going to try to do this so you can actually see what's going on. There we go. Just slid forward like that. Then bring it up here. We're going to have to lift a little extra. Okay. Then should be able to take my screwdriver again and lock it into place. Okay, that seems to be okay. Now we're just going to repeat the other side and then see if they actually work. This one's really stuck. Get rid of some rust. Touch of grease. Got both of them on here. The fitment just doesn't seem right. Up here it's okay. Down here it's like that on both sides. I'm just not a big fan of how loose that is. This is going to be the first try of it. I'm going to come over here and turn on this camera so you can see what it looks like when I close the gate. Okay, that is a little stiff. Actually more than a little stiff. Let's see if it opens. Holy crap. Holy crap. Well, it works. Let's try that again from the side. Okay, it was easier to close that time. Maybe they just need worked in a little bit. But it works. Let's turn it around and then we'll do the front. And you can see the hood is very, very heavy on this thing. And see, they don't stay up. There we go, just in case you couldn't see that. Safety device, vice grip. I'm going to do pretty much the same process that we did before. If I can find where I keep leaving my tools. We can get in here. I don't know. Let me get some light so you guys can see in here. It might be a little bit better for you. This is a lot of this stuff. It's really hard to do with one hand. Okay, now grab my other tool here. Right, and this is where I stand out from under the hood. Hey, it held. Okay. Now, let's those ones came off really easy. Let's go check this against the new version of these. Oh, give me just a second and I'll cut it open. Again, these ones look a little closer, maybe just a little bit longer. Again, slide this forward so it unlatches the jaws. This one is a little tougher than the other. Pop it on there. Wow, that one automatically popped on. There we go. Okay. I think we got it. And there we go. Got both of them installed. We're going to give this little camera down here a little bit of a ride like we did last time. These ones are really stiff too. These ones are really stiff too. I wonder if it'll actually lift the hood. Look at that. The hood. Look at that. Well, I guess that's the end of Project Renegade Episode 2. I'm sorry it wasn't the most exciting episode, but I promise you they will get better. At least we got the hood to where it will stay open and open on its own. And we've got the rear hatch to where it will open and stay open on its own. I just need to make sure that they are the right struts on there, because it opens very vigorously. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will be episode 3, of course. And like I said, things will be getting more exciting, because I don't know if any of you got a peek of it during this video, but as I was making this video, something showed up. We're starting to get some parts. And this is a very, very tall box. Look, as you can tell, it's a very tall box. I'm 6'4". It's a big box. I should have a few more boxes coming, probably not quite as big as this. So, if you want to see what's in this box, what we're going to do, I guess you're going to have to wait around until episode 3. So, if you want to make sure that you catch episode 3, subscribe to my channel. And just in case you were wondering why the tire cover was off here, I was going to make episode 2 about fixing the tailgate on this, and I tried and beat on it and pulled on it, and I got it to about where it is now. It's, you know, it's a little bit straighter. In the process, I broke a stud off down at the bottom, so it's actually only held on by 3 studs instead of 4. I broke a socket. I broke my vise. I've never actually broken a vise before. I'm just like, I'm done. I'm not messing with it anymore. So it was going to become more like episode 1.5. So I go inside to upload all of it to my computer, to start doing some editing. I get it uploaded, and then my computer crashes while it's all uploading, and then I get the computer restarted finally, and then I realized that everything I had uploaded was gone. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just go back to the camera and get it off the SD card. It wiped out the SD card. So the entire episode that I shot of trying to straighten this was deleted. All of it was gone. So if you can imagine, I was pretty PO'd. Hit it twice. It opens up. How cool is that? Well, that was stupid. Still working, little buddy? As you can see, it's a very big box. I'm 6'4". That's a very